Hello everyone, welcome to Source Phoenix. This is Cotton Grammar, and this is an introductory video to kind of briefly go over the journey that we're going to be taking together and just kind of show you some of the things coming up so you could be prepared for it. My specialty is client SEO or client consulting with SEO. I'm going to take you behind the curtains and show you how I've been able to build a $150,000 a month SEO business and place over $1 million in my bank account just this year. And some of the methods that we're going to go over, I've never revealed anywhere else before, and I'm pretty excited to share them with you. And I feel that if you really apply and work hard with all this, that you're really going to blow your SEO business up. But one of the things that we're going to obviously go over is how to get clients. And we're going to go over some of the basic methods to get clients, and we're going to go over some advanced methods. I've got something new that I'm going to share with you, which is called client stacking, which is all centered around the article that I've written and how powerful it is in SourceWave called SEO splitting, and how you're going to be able to take this method and plug it into many others and create brand new client getting methods. And I believe that they're so powerful that if you really dig in, you're going to be able to put $10,000 a month income into your bank accounts in as little time as possible if you really bust in and really try. Then obviously we're going to go over how to rank clients. What's the purpose if you get clients if you can't rank them? And I'm going to get in and show you some advanced methods that I'm using right now, which I feel can pass the new algorithms. I've read the patents that are due to come out in the next 12 to 24 months, and they really attack PBNs and are really going after link heavy things that are ranking. And what I'm going to show you are ways to rank with less PBNs using less links, but getting just as much power. And I feel that that's going to be able to pass you through the algorithm and build a strong foundation for you and your clients. It's going to last, and you smile every time that you hear that an update's coming out. So we're going to go over that as well. And one of the things that I wanted to get into briefly is the number one key that I feel to really blowing up your bank account, and that's this. And that's you're never going to be great without lots of hard work. And that's how I got here. If you really want to know the secret, I had the same information that a lot of you have and a lot of other people have. I just wanted it worse. And you know what? The old saying is always true. The master has failed more times than the beginner has ever attempted. And I can tell you this, you're going to fail a lot. I have failed a tremendous amount of times with getting clients. I've blown up a tremendous amount of sites with testing. I've had the door slammed in my face. I've had phones hung up on me. I've had people laugh at me. You're going to have people tell you that you are crazy for trying to make your money online. You're not going to have a lot of people believe you. And you're going to have to be strong through the process, and there's nothing that's going to get you through it but lots of hard work. There's so many nights that and I still do it today. I work 7 days a week, up at 7 a.m., working till 10 p.m., 1 a.m. at night, every day, trying to build my business. And the information that I'm going to provide for you, and it's all throughout the course from everyone that's participated, is absolutely worthless to you if you don't apply it. Remember, if you put in a part-time effort, you're going to get a part-time income. Don't expect to make $100,000 a month or $50,000 a month if you really don't give it your all, and things happen gradually over time. I just didn't get to $150,000 that quickly, in my opinion. I started out at $1,000 and I built it to 14, 27, 56, and then thereon. So with that, lots of hard work. And then what I want to talk about now is we're going to go over a way that I feel that's so powerful. When you go out and get clients, what you need to have is a little bit of authority. And I'm going to show you right now how to create authority without even ranking a website. And the number one question that I get asked when I'm sitting across from a client and we're getting ready to sign the contract or we're getting ready to agree upon business is this: do you have anyone that we can call and talk to about work you've done, like a testimonial or any written recommendations? Guys, it still happens to me, and I rank number one in so many major U.S. cities, and I show them ranking after ranking. It's a reflex. It's just they're trained to ask this question, and I'm always prepared. And I'm going to show you how to prepare for it as well. One of the things that I want you to do is inside the Source Phoenix Facebook group, I want you to trade written recommendations with one another. If you want to look at my LinkedIn profile, you're more than welcome to. CottonGrammar.com. If you'll go there and check it out, you'll see the testimonial section are nothing but written LinkedIn testimonials cut out and spread across the page with a link going to my LinkedIn profile that shows that I've got over 30 plus written testimonials from business owners and CEOs. So when you get in the position and an owner asks you, well, do you have any work that we can look at? Is there anything to prove that you can do it or you're as good as you say you are or whatever? Here's how you can answer even if you don't have a website. You know, that's a great question, and I have client privilege confidentiality where I really can't show any client websites without their permission. But what I can do is I've got over 15 people from business owners and CEOs across the world that have recommended me on LinkedIn. If you'd like to connect with me there, you're more than welcome to look at all of them. That normally shuts up the business owner or your client faster than anything, and that calms them down and they're ready to do business. Guys, this is so powerful that I would use it as soon as you get off this video. I would go and start lining up people that you can trade written testimonials with. You can do it any way you want. You can send them your written testimony. They can copy and paste and put it on there, or you can let them write it for you. I generally do it. I send my written testimonial to you. You send yours to me. We copy paste. Everyone's happy. And I don't want to hear the naysay, well, it looks that could be fake. The bottom line is it's not fake. You're really saying that about me, or else you wouldn't have copy and pasted it, correct? So use it. It's extremely powerful. It gives you authority. It's what the very first lesson that I want to teach you right now about client getting. Create some authority about yourself. Get some written testimonials. Put on your LinkedIn page. Display that LinkedIn page in a testimonial section. Use those all over your website, whether it's whatever you're doing. Search engine optimization, client consulting, whatever you want to do or rank for, whatever you're going after, it is deadly powerful. So that's the first lesson that I wanted to share with you on the introductory video. Go out and start trading those immediately, and I'll see you in the next videos.
Hey guys, what is going on? This is Becker, and welcome to Module 3 in Source Phoenix. Woo! You have made it through here. You are still alive. Your head hasn't exploded. That's cool. I like that. So welcome, welcome, welcome. In this module, we're going to be getting into client SEO, hence the name of the module, the client SEO module. So we're real sneaky about that. And basically what I want to do in this video is break down what it is. You probably already know what it is because I've talked about it already in this course a little bit. This is where we really nail it and get it more in correlation to money making instead of just ranking solely. So I'm going to be covering what it is, the big benefits to it, the types of services you can offer clients, and give you an introduction to this module's coach or lead, like we did in the affiliate module where Dan laid down a lot of Dan bombs. Now, what is this? Basically, businesses need Google. Imagine if you were a dentist, it would get you a lot more business if you showed up higher for Dallas dentists, New York dentists, whatever. And the higher they are in Google, any type of business out there in their niche, for example, if we're selling underwater basket scooters, we want to show up for underwater basket scooters first in Google. So businesses will pay thousands of dollars for you to get them high in Google, and it's really great because we can go out there and monetize keywords we wouldn't know how to usually monetize. I don't think any dentists have affiliate programs and stuff, but we can go out there and target a lot of local or national or any type of client-based keyword and make a very explosive income from it. Now, the big benefits of this and why it's probably my favorite place to start out at, this is where I got my first big start, is it requires nothing to start. You can literally have nothing but a phone and an internet connection right now and go out there and start making money from this. Of course, you might need to invest a little bit once you get your first client to rank them, but you don't need any money to start out with, which is why I prefer this over affiliate SEO, even though affiliate SEO is very, very good. It can be very passive even at a high level. Last time I was talking to Cotton, this module's lead, he hadn't talked to a client for 7 days. Not that he was ignoring them, it's just the way he has his business set up. And you're going to be seeing all that kind of stuff in here as well. And most searches you target right when you start out at least are pretty easy peasy. It doesn't take that much work to work or rank for some local or client-based searches as it does like some affiliate searches. They're absolutely nutty. And you have the potential of getting clients paying upwards of $10,000 per month. I'm not going to say you're going to get that right away with this, but Cotton has landed multiple clients paying that much. So this is basically the person you want to talk to if you want to get those type of customers coming in. There's a few types of client SEO, and I'm not going to break them all down right here, but I just want you to realize the huge potential. There is basic, where you just go out there and rank someone's website for them. There is site audit SEO, where you can go out there and create someone's site for them or go and fix their website. A lot of people with businesses don't have optimized websites. On top of that, there's something like reputation management. This is where a person wants their business showing up on the first page. Say they have some bad press. Say their business isn't even showing up for their business name. You can go out there and fix their business reviews, get good reviews on the front of Google, etc., etc. Then there is YouTube management. You can basically go out there, make videos for clients, rank them for clients, and it's basically anything out there under the sun that you can do to people's websites to get them a lot more exposure on Google. So without further ado, I'm just going to introduce this module's lead, and we're going to hop into it next videos. This is my friend Cotton Grammer. Originally met him at a mastermind I was holding. He was doing about 140 a month at a time. I believe he's doing around 200K per month at this moment. And he's gone from 0 to over 200K per month in less than a year. I believe around 8 months. Last I checked, it might be a little bit longer, might be a little bit shorter, but he's virtually the best SEO sales teacher on the planet, in my opinion. He just knows how to get clients left and right. He is the best at it. I've never seen anything quite like it. He's also super expert at ranking a wide range of clients. He deals with local clients. He deals with clients that want to target national, big old keywords. He deals with big companies that are making millions and millions of dollars. He can show you how to do everything in between, especially if you're starting out, which is why I brought him here to really get you started. I want to give you the best sales training on the planet. So without further ado, let's hop into this module and let's get into learning client SEO. I'm super excited for you.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Cotton Grammer with Source Phoenix, and we're going to go over the first client getting tactic. And it's kind of going to be a foundation of everything that we're going to talk about through client getting, and we're going to use it in a way that's going to be plug and play, to where, as I said, I'm going to teach you how to use this with client stacking, to where you can plug this in with other easier things and make them way more successful. SEO splitting, I think, is the secret weapon that's going to help you make $10,000 a month or more with search engine optimization, and let me explain why. What is it? Well, what SEO splitting is essentially it's something very simple, but yet not really utilized a lot. And search engine optimization in itself is generally sold a bunch of series of tasks encompassed into one lump package and one lump price. In other words, when other search engine optimization firms or individuals try to sell it, they generally try to sell it for $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month. And then they kind of list out what services that they're going to provide for the client. And a lot of things are just kind of thrown in there, like on-page optimization, whether you're going to clean up some bad links, you're going to go out and build a network for them. It might even be that you even consult them, answer their phone calls. They might have concerns. All these things are kind of encompassed in the package. And that's a really hard thing to swallow when you're just starting a relationship with someone. I want you to look at, the whole analogy is if you walked up to a girl and you said, "Hey, do you want to get married?" She's probably going to laugh at you and just run away. And that's not how to start a relationship or to have any girl that you want to date feel comfortable with you. You want to start out with something that's generally a little bit more reasonable. Hey, would you like to go out for some coffee? Could I take you to lunch? Something that's a little less threatening that she might accept and say yes to. Or even if she just wanted to inquire, he's kind of cute, I'm not sure, but what's the harm? There's nothing wrong with a cup of coffee or going to lunch. And that's kind of what SEO splitting is. What we're going to do is we're going to break off the easiest things about search engine optimization, and we're going to sell them at very low impulse buying prices, such as $19 and $38 for a 2-pack. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell Facebook Business. We're going to sell Yelp. We're going to sell Google Plus. We're going to sell a LinkedIn business. Anything that is easy to set up. And what we're going to do is we're going to sell it as it's optimized, not as ranked. So in other words, I'm going to sell a Facebook business page Google optimized for $19, or a Google Plus page and a Facebook business page optimized for $38. So when you look at it like that, it's not as threatening. Generally, 9 times out of 10, the client will have the money on them We don't think anything about spending $20. We do it going to the movies. Sometimes you could even do it at a fast food place. I mean, God knows that, even if you order a pizza and maybe a 2-liter, you're going to be over 20 with a tip. So it's not like that it's a big commitment. But what it does is it gets your foot in the door, and psychologically, you're now a client. And when you're a client, it's much easier to come back to them and now have a meeting and show them what you can do and upgrade them to a stronger or more expensive service. And I've been successful with this many, many, many times. And that's what is so powerful about SEO splitting. So sell them a very entry-level price, get them comfortable with you, deliver it, make them happy, show them good customer service, show them how great that you can do it, and then schedule a meeting to deliver what you've completed. And at that, then you can go, they will now sit and listen to you 85% easier. You can get a meeting and sit down and discuss selling them a $2,000 SEO package than you ever could before. And that's the beauty of this. And this works amazing at trade shows. That is kind of one of the secret weapons about this. If you can actually get in and find a local trade show that's attracting business owners, it might be locksmith, plumbers, it might be electricians, it might be, computer programmers, IT, anything that is bringing in companies and business owners to try to sell and attract them. This is very powerful. If you can get into a trade show, the costs of getting into a trade show are generally, depend on what it is and how popular it is. You can get into trade shows for roughly anywhere from $250 all the way up to $2,000 for the bigger and better ones. And when you look at that, when you're selling a product that everyone might know, and remember, we're all in SEO, we're real close to the fire, we're flying too close to the sun. There's so many business owners that don't have all these pages together. They might have a Yelp, but they don't have a Facebook business. That they might have a Facebook business, they might have a Yelp, but not Google+. So they're going to have a gap in there somewhere, and that's all you need. And it doesn't matter even if you get 50 of these at $19. These are unbelievable leads to go through. You can hire a VA to just set them up. You can train a VA to do it. You can do them yourself. It doesn't matter. You can find virtual assistants on Odesk. It's very easy to train to set up a Facebook page. Anyone can do it. But a lot of people are intimidated by it. So when you get to a trade show, it's very possible that if there's 1,000 or 2,000 people scheduled to show up, even 500, you can walk away with 50 to 200 people that just want you to build this page. And it doesn't matter what part of the country they're in. They're going to answer your phone call, and you can set up a Skype meeting or you can set up a phone call, and you can upgrade them into a greater package after you've delivered them their product that they're going to be happy about. Stop and think about this. When you sell them this entry-level price that's absolutely an impulse buy, $20, build this page for me. Absolutely. I need it. I know I need it. They know that they need it. They do it. And even if you get a few of them, think about the trade show itself. You sell 50 of these. I guarantee you that you're going to close anywhere from 15 to 20 into a $500 a month or greater SEO package. So if you do that many, I want you to think about it. Even at $500, you're now at $10,000 a month. And that's going to at least be 6 months reoccurring. That is massive. Now, if you're talking about even greater, let's say $2,000. Let's just say you got 10 at $2,000. Wow. You're at $20,000 a month reoccurring. Right now, that is amazing. And that's how powerful these trade shows are. Whether you have to drive to get to them, whatever, guys, you're going to have to put in some sacrifice to make some money. Making a lot of money isn't easy. But this is a great way that if you've got the money and you're a little bit more established, get inside here and do these. What I've done is I've normally just hired some college girl who's very attractive. She stands out front. She draws in people. And, we just tell people, hey, if you want this built, $19 for one page, $38 for a 2-pack. It's pretty simple. And we get leads all day long. I have made so much money off trade shows. And trust me, that's the secret. You can do it as well. The next thing, obviously, is cold calling. And I'm going to show you here in a few moments. We're going to go over my shoulder, and I'm going to let you see how to operate a software that's going to enable you to cold call and use SEO splitting to just tear it up. And obviously, email marketing. I'm going to get into it here over my shoulder here in a second. I'm going to show you how you can email as many people as you want. And you're generally going to have to get about 50 to 100 a day. And you will guarantee to get a lot of clients respond to you. And it's a perfect way to get into it. We're looking at entry low-level prices that get people saying, you know what, this is non-threatening. We can do it. We need these. And especially if you're local, it's very, very, very powerful. So, you know, I've heard a lot of guys try to say, well, you know, we want to go the website route. Maybe if we build a website, then we can sell them on the SEO. What a hard way to go. Oh my God, sometimes web design can be a nightmare. And I don't care, now you're trying to sell a very expensive product, even at $1,000 for a website. You're looking at still $19 for a Facebook page that you can be done with in 15, 20 minutes. Anything to do with web design is still going to be in the hours and it's still going to be in the hundreds of dollars. There's still a certain amount of trust there. So this SEO splitting really takes the trust level down to where it's non-threatening, to where the business owner is able to move forward and make decisions quickly. So what we'll do right now is I'm going to stop this right here. I'm going to take you over my shoulder and I'm going to show you what really turbocharges this SEO splitting and what to get it going to really get you ramped up so you can start making over 10 grand a month. Let's head over to my computer right now. Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to go over some more client getting tactics. And this is a lesson that really might surprise you, or it might be obvious to a lot of you. But I'm going to show you a new way that's literally going to light this method on fire. And what's that? Yeah, it's YP.com. And I'm going to show you why Yellow Pages is a gold mine for search engine optimization and how I've been able to pull clients out of here at will because it's so easy. But I know what you're asking. Really? Why YP.com? That's kind of crazy. Yellow Pages are dead. No one's using that anymore. And it's pretty simple. These people are spending money. It's twice as hard to sell someone that isn't spending any advertising dollars that you have no clue about versus these people are displaying that they've spent a certain amount of advertising dollars to be in a ranking position. They might not understand SEO, but they cared enough to spend, and this is what's going to blow you away, $3,600, in some cases $6,000 over the course of the year to be on YP.com. And we're going to go over all of that in great detail and show you how you can pluck these clients out at will. But first, let's head over to my computer and I'm going to take you over the shoulder. And we're also going to go on a phone call where we're going to call up a YP advertising consultant. You're going to find out how they really have no clue what's going on either. And how if you don't know anything about SEO or how it works or operates, why so many business owners get taken advantage of. And we're going to listen to the whole phone call. It'll save you the trouble of having to call up and find out all this information. Then I'm going to go over and show you exactly how to pluck these clients out one at a time and build up a massive amount of money in local client SEO. Okay, we're back over to my computer right now. And I brought up YP.com and I've typed in web design in St. Louis. So we're going to kind of break down how the page works and why it's important to get clients out of this and how easy it's going to be for you. So what we want to do is the most important thing about YP.com is it gives us customers that are already spending money, which means buyers are easier to sell than people that have never spent any money at all. What I found is through all of my testing and all my client acquisition tactics that I research and development is it's so difficult to get someone to spend $2,000 a month that has never spent any money in advertising whatsoever. To get someone that's already spent money to spend more money is easier, or to get someone that has an allocated advertising budget to shift over money to you is so much easier to sell. They get it. They understand it. There might be a segment of their advertising dollars that they know that they need to get a little bit more pop out of. So they'll move the money over to you because it makes sense what you're trying to sell. So when we're looking at YP.com right here, there are two sections to this. And one is the left section, which is they call the organic section. And as you can see, there's two ads up here. 99 Designs is nationwide. So is Directory 1. And if you were to come in and spend $360 a month, you would rotate in the 1 to 6 positions right here. Now, obviously, there's no competition here. AT&T might be paying that right now. We don't know, but AT&T, we don't want to call them. That's not going to work in YP also. So it tells me that there's no competition on this page. Maybe we should just type in something like lawyer and just look up that, because we know that there could be people there. And let's just go ahead and just type that in. And here we go. Now, this guy right here has got an ad going here. Look at all these ads. Look at all these ads right here. Now, here's what we do know. These guys are paying a premium dollar to get them up here. And these guys here are in the top 6 positions, are also paying money as well. So we know that these guys have spent a minimum of $3,500 over the course of the next year to be placed here. Now, this is also the right-hand side where there's ads out also. And they have to spend an additional $350. So in other words, you can spend $350, go on the left, or you can just spend $350 and go on the right. Or you can combine them both for about $560 and save yourself about $100 a month and get them both. So when you see both over here, over to the right and the left, they've spent about $6,500 to $7,000 on Yellow Pages. What that does include a book placement, a hard book. They still give those out for what they told me in the customer service phone call and through my research and finding it out. So all of these guys over here are prime and ready to go. They wouldn't be over here if they wouldn't have spent some money. So it's easy to just click on this and it's going to give the exact listing. We know that they've spent, there's their Twitter page, there's their Facebook page. We know they've spent at least, $3,000 to $7,000. And we know that they want their website seen and noticed online. Otherwise, they wouldn't have went to the trouble of doing it. And if you listen to the phone call that I'm going to include this, I actually recorded the phone call, a customer service phone call with one of the YP account managers for advertising. It's very confusing. He leads you to believe that it's going to help your organic rankings. He's pulling teeth trying to get pricing and information out of him. He's not willing to tell you that there's a contract. He's just willing to tell you how cheap things are. You can tell why it's very confusing for business owners to make a real good decision on what they need to do with their business. So how I would attack this and why it's so important is, and how you can get past the gatekeeper every time with some of these places, is that they're an active customer or a client of YP.com. So when you call in and cold call, or when you send out your email, and once again, you can email the business right here, as you can see down at the very low corner, you can see that it includes the email address, and there's their website right there as well. What I do is I would simply call up and they'd say, hello. And this is Cotton from Resilient Solution. And I'm calling you about your YP.com ad placement. Who would I speak to that would be in charge of that? And they would go, well, that would be so-and-so. And they'll immediately forward you over to you. So you're getting the decision maker because they believe. Notice, I'm trying to be honest, but I'm trying to also blend in that I'm from YP.com also. I am generally able to get past the gatekeeper every time if I'm cold calling. If an email address, I will simply title it about your YP.com account. And then I'll put whatever sales copy that I want inside there. Generally, once again, we're going to go back to SEO client stacking right now and how SEO splitting is essential in this. I could reach out to these guys and do a little bit of investigative work and find out if they've got their Twitter, their Pinterest, their LinkedIn, their Yelp, their everything they need included. If they don't, I'm going to offer that to them. And that's just to get my foot in the door, to get something, to get them to be my client. Then I'm going to deliver the product. Then I'm going to hit them up with a larger ticket item with SEO. Now, what you also could do with what some people do, and I've taught some people how to do this, is directly go for it out of fear. Hey, how is the YP ad working for you? And so when you get the client on the phone, it's pretty simple. It's like, yeah, this is Jeff, and I'm like, hey, this is Cotton from Resilient Solution. I was calling you about your YP.com ad. I'm just checking to see how that's working out for you and if you felt that it was money well spent. And I just sit and I listen. And they tell you everything, well, we're really not getting a lot. And you're not going to really get any good feedback from these people because let's face it, who's really going to yp.com and then searching? You're going to Google and searching. So they're not getting the type of business that they thought. They are old school. They feel that being in the hard book Yellow Pages is going to do them some fantastic work. It really isn't. There's no one really using that anymore except for the very, very old. It's going to die out. So it's easy to get your foot in the door with this. You can sell them one of the entry-level products, $19 at, or you can just right out try to sell them SEO at $500 a month. So that's why YP.com is so valuable and how I've been able to go in and repeatedly pull out clients at will. Because if you even want to go into painters and, just anything, it'll pull it up, paint disposal, anything, and just search the St. Louis area. We can find out where all of these painters would be. And we're going to be able to know, especially on the right, who's paid money and who hasn't. And one of the main things also, we would look over here, CTR Management. We know that they've spent about $3,500 or more to be on this right-hand side. We could call them Dick's Painting. All of these guys right here, they're all leads that I can reach out to that I know that are spending money. And they're not wanting to spend a lot of money, and it's a whole different client than Google AdWords. People are very intimidated by Google AdWords, and when you see people with Google AdWords over there, it's a different type of sophistication. These over here are kind of the more older school clients that really haven't adopted over or understand what search engine optimization is. So be very careful in how you talk to them. Talk to them in very, very simple terms about lost revenue, about where their website's ranking, about what that would look like once you got them to those positions. So, if I was going to talk to CTR Management, I would definitely tell them, let's just look at it and I'll just kind of go through my head exactly what I would do. And so I would look at it and I can tell this is a very ugly website also, and it's a YP website. And if we can take it, I guarantee you that this website probably is not even, well, it is. It's mobile optimized, but you know what? It's still an ugly site. And this site just doesn't look like that it would convert. So, you can upgrade the website to have it look better. A number of different things, but at least I would call them up and I would say, how is your website ranking? And how YP has them locked in right now is this. I might even throw in a free website if I can get them for a high amount of search engine optimization, over $2,000 a month, maybe, depends, or give them a discount on it at least. But YP's got them locked in because obviously YP built this page for them. YP probably had them go out and do a video and has it in their network. So they're pretty tied into them. And I would love to know how well it's working for them. And I guarantee you that they're going to say, not that well. So this is how I go in and do it. It's very, very, very easy to do. You can email them. You can cold call them. But there is leads galore right here in every major U.S. city of people that are spending money that are on a different type of level than Google AdWords. Like I said, it takes a different type of business and sophistication to do AdWords. These are old schools right here. And I'm not telling you that you're going to get $10,000 clients out of here, but if you want to get started and get up and started quickly, you're going to get a lot of $500 a month clients, $1,000 a month clients out of here. That's what they're used to paying, and that's what they're paying with Yellow Pages. And when you show them that you can actually do more than Yellow Pages is, they're going to drop them, and they're going to end up giving you that money. And if you're able to get 10 clients like that, look at the amount of money that you're going to be able to have coming in monthly. It's going to be amazing. So what I'm going to do is I've kind of explained how to go in and penetrate that. I'm going to leave you with the customer service phone call from YP so you can see exactly how they're pricing and exactly how they're trying to sell clients. When you go in and want to try any new client method, it's always important to be in the position of the owner and see exactly how they're sold, exactly what the prices are, and how you can reverse engineer everything to better sell things. So hopefully this was explanatory in how you can go and attack and get new clients through YP.com. I've had a tremendous amount of success with it, and I hope you can as well. I'm going to leave you with that customer service phone call right now. I'll see you in the next video.
What kind of business is it?
It's internet marketing.
Okay, you're trying to set up advertising.
Yeah, pretty much. Pay-per-click advertising, web design, things like that.
Okay, so you're marketing your own pay-per-click. Is that what you're saying?
I'm doing it for other people. Let's just say I'm doing web design. Let's just go with that.
Okay. Let's see here. And what, St. Louis region?
Yes, sir.
One second, please. So web design and services near St. Louis City. I mean, that shouldn't be a very competitive heading here. Let me go here, website, web design. What are you currently doing to get the word out?
Just getting started. So this is one of the first stops I'm looking at. So it's just word of mouth right now. And I have an advertising budget that I have set up and just looking at different options of where I'm going to place those advertising dollars.
Right. I mean, right now, if you're on, have you on YP right now? Are you looking at the site?
No. Yes, I'm on YP right now, and I've typed in web design, St. Louis.
So who are you seeing at the top of the page?
99 Designs, which is an ad, and then Directory 1 Inc., which is an ad. Then the next one that
Okay.
isn't an ad would be AT&T.
Okay, those are your organic rankings. And then you see the sponsored ads that derive those organic rankings are, for the most part, on the right-hand rail. I mean, anything in this region basically is going to be anywhere from $79 a month on up. Just depends on how aggressive you want to be. And we'll take your listing and distribute it. We'll give you a specific position on the page and distribute it on our network of 300-plus search sites. So if someone's looking on a site like AOL, City Search, Yelp, Frommer's, Bing, Google, I mean, and it sounds like you know all this stuff, but that's the premise of our distribution network.
Let's just say I wanted to be number one for this. What would that cost be to show up at the top of the results when someone typed in web design for this? What would that run me?
To sit on top of 99 designs.
Well, no, just I mean, in the top 1, 2, or 3 positions. I mean, just what it would cost to be at number 1 versus number 2 or number 3. I mean, if it's $1,000 for number 1, but it's $300 for number 2, obviously I'd go for for number 2.
Not at all. What's the name of the business?
Resilient Solution.
Resilient. What was your name?
My name is Jeff Grammer.
Okay. One second. You just want the city, the outside, the county, everything? Well,
You just tell me what would be best for me. You're the expert. I'm just kind of calling to get my knowledge.
But I don't know how far.
How
far are you trying to stretch your arms, though?
I'm going to be honest with you. I can do web design in the whole United States. It's just what it's going to cost me around the St. Louis area. I mean, if I can go national and afford it, obviously I would. So anything within 50 to 60 miles around the St. Louis area, I'm not, kind of giving them a physical product. It's a tangible product that I don't even have to meet someone to build a website for someone.
Sure. All right, so we'll do at least a St. Louis City megazone, which will give you, all of St. Louis, North County, South County, West County, St. Louis City, and Central Corridor.
Great.
Let's look at the web design. Putting you in a position where you're sitting on top of 99. I can get something like that done for you. That's 1,000. That's 400. 250. 350. You'd be looking at, because now you're dealing with the same type of product they have, which is called a priority local listing. You would always be referenced in the top 6 slots.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be bumped down every time somebody decides to wake up out of their bed and advertise their business.
Sure.
You're going to always stay in those, sit on top of that organic section.
Mm-hmm.
So because they have the same product that you're inquiring about, and there's, 6 businesses that can be featured with that type of product, well, now you've got to outpoint them. How many, have more points than them. So
Sure.
to set you up where you're sitting on top of them, we'd be looking at $328 a month under that particular heading of website design and services. That's with a 60% discount on the product.
Okay. And is that monthly, yearly?
Oh, it's a 12-month term, yes. $360 per month, $328 per month for 12 months.
So roughly about $3,800 with tax, and then that would be upfront, correct?
Well, you do have the option to pay monthly, or you can pay for the full year in advance. Yes.
Just so I understand, just so I can get a good grasp on this. Now, there's over to the right, which is what would be on Google, which is the AdWords. You guys have a right section also that looks a little smaller. Are these paid ads over here?
Those are your featured featured business listings. I mean, all of your organic section in the middle here where it's numbered, it's derived of, that section on the right, the featured advertisers. They're going to typically get more love, so to speak, in the middle of the page than somebody that's not spending anything with us. A free listing, a reference listing, basically you're depending upon a business owner to type in your name for you to pop up as a featured business.
Right.
If you want to generate more traffic in a less, path of least resistance, we need to be typing in generic headings, and you want to be popping up as high as possible under those generic searches. And that's what you're inquiring about now is a paid ad, which I've given you our, cream of the crop product, which would feature you literally the first thing your eyeballs are going to see if somebody's looking for web design in this St. Louis footprint. And then it distributes on the 300 plus, sites outside of YP.com.
Great. What I meant was the 360, because I'm still not clear. For the 320, 360, or whatever you said, I'm okay with the price. It's not important right now. 99 Designs is right there. But how do I also get on the right section as well? Is that included? Is that included, or is that an additional cost?
If you want to be featured on the right-hand side as well, then we need to set up what we call an advantage package. And then that would include basically double branding on the top right and on the top center, and then on the top right.
Right.
With that feature, you're going to be able to also include 5 other headings. Okay. So you're not just going to be capsuled to the website design service.
All right. So how much additional would that cost?
How many headings do you have outside of the website design?
Search engine optimization, internet advertising or internet marketing. I mean, there's several things that we do. We have many different services that we offer. Email list building, email marketing. I mean, there's a number of different things we could do. I'm just interested. Price is what's, got me so I can know how to spend my advertising dollars. So what would both of these costs combined? And if I just wanted to do the right-hand side itself, what would that be individually?
Well, we typically don't want to shop price because, not all the time you get what you pay for. So you want to shop, quality and placement. And, that's pretty much what it boils down to, return on the investment. You can spend $50, every month for the rest of your life if you want, but that's putting you 20th on the page. That's going to be a lot of $50 a month that just add up to you might as well write me a check for $50 a month.
Exactly.
So we need to, but putting you at the top and on putting you in a competitive position on the right-hand rail, you're looking at 503 a month.
Okay. So $500 a month would get me on both the left and the right at the top position.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just featuring you on the right-hand rail with what we would call a Platinum Advantage product, because we would want to put you, like I said, as high up as possible. You'd be looking at, and this is an entry-level priority local Platinum Advantage listing. You'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me push you up higher. Hold on one second. Be on the right-hand rail. You'd be third on the page as the site stands now, right underneath CMR Diamond and AT&T. Then it would be you, and that product would run you. Let me give you these discounts. $324 a month would just be the right-hand side.
Okay, so it's pretty much almost the same price, give or take a few bucks, from the right to the left, and there's a discount if you combine them both together that looks like about $100 or more. Got it. Got it. Now, when you see I'm included on other sites like InfoUSA, AOL, is that the same placement, or you're just giving me a listing, or you're just giving me a listing there?
Yeah, you're getting organic presence in most of the sites. In some sites, you will have, sponsored ad on those particular platforms, maybe like Yahoo Local, excuse me. But yeah, the way you're ranked organically, is predicated upon popularity, which means how many clicks you're getting, relevance, how much information is listed about resilient solutions, and then proximity. How close are you guys to my IP address? So we want to make sure we've got as much information about you so that we can spread it out, and that's going to create, basically a diverse brand marketing. You're going to have an opportunity to be clicked on in multiple areas, multiple sites, which is going to increase your organic rankings in and of itself because of your, the amount of times your web page is being referenced online, being clicked on.
Great. Now, would this also possibly help my website rank in Google?
Well, that's what I was just saying. Yes, that's all I'm talking about is organic rankings. So whether it be Google or Yahoo, Google is no different than any other site. This race based upon those organic rankings are based upon those three criteria: popularity, relevance, and proximity. But the thing with Google is, we spend tons of money with all these different, businesses. So if you're not an option there, they'll see that Yellow Pages link will be an option. They'll click on that, and then they'll be directed to you, accordingly.
Got it.
But
got it.
You just, you can't accomplish any of that if you don't, jump out there.
Sure. The only other question that I had is, I had seen where Yellow Pages or YP does videos for businesses also to give them a YouTube video. They come out and film it or something. Is that something I would talk to you, or is that a different department?
We do video tours, virtual tours. We don't do videos anymore, but we do virtual tours.
Well, we see the reason is I found the YP YouTube channel where a lot of businesses are on there.
Sure.
Sure. I didn't know whether that's something you guys did or the business made that themselves and added it to your network, and because I was interested in getting a video done and put on your network also.
Well, what would happen? A lot of business owners will shoot their own product because they just feel more comfortable with the end result, and maybe even the cost factor, to be honest. And then you would just submit that link to us, and we would embed that link into your advertising campaign.
Oh, okay.
If you have an office space, then we would, do we can do a virtual tour of your building. If it's a space that you want to showcase or something of that nature. Being that you do website design, to be honest with you, and that's the only thing I'm here to be, is honest with you.
Sure.
I'm really not looking for. I'm looking for website examples.
Right.
You know.
Oh, sure.
That's pretty much it. I want to be browsing pages.
Sure.
What does this guy do? I compare.
Right. What I was wanting to do
that,
is to rank in the YouTube video part also, and I didn't know if you guys made the videos and kind of added them to your channel, and if that helps get a YouTube video ranked or not. If I wanted to get my video inside your network and on your channel, is that included in? And if I was to sign the $300 or $500 package in the 12-month contract?
Yeah, YouTube is a part of our, our distribution network. Yes.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Okay, and is there? I mean, I'm sure you guys work on commission. Is there a direct number where I would reach you back at once I made a decision over the next couple of days, where I could reach you back directly? Hey guys, welcome back, and we're going to go over our final client getting tactic, which is so powerful that it's literally, without it, I don't know how I would have gotten to $150,000 a month, and that is video marketing. When you send a video to someone, and it's literally, once you get in the flow of knowing how to do this very efficiently, and I'm going to try to show you how to do that, you can normally knock out a video without any effort whatsoever in about 5 to 8 minutes, get that thing sent out. It's so powerful. It's not what a lot of SEOs are doing right now. And it just shows a sense of professionalism that just is missing from everything right now. So with that, I'm going to show you everything that you're going to need to get started with video marketing. Then I'm going to kind of walk you through the exact thing that I do when I send out a video to someone, to prospect them or to sell them SEO splitting or to sell them any type of service right now. So this is one of these things right now to where, as I said, you can client stack different methods together. You can either use this for SEO splitting or you can use this for greater clients. I really don't use any method when I send out a video. What I'm trying to do is show them the need and the power of search engine optimization without talking about it. So the first thing that you're going to need is obviously fantastic sound. And I'm using a Blue Yeti right now, and I couldn't even recommend it anymore. You can normally pick them up on Amazon for about $125. It's a very good investment. I would definitely get one. Obviously, if you're doing videos, you want to be able to sound great, come through very clear. You're not going to be able to do that coming through the internal mic of the speaker, whether you're a Mac user or a Windows user. I suggest to go out and get that. And obviously, the second thing that you're going to need is obviously some recording software. And the two main ones that I really like, and I really don't use Camtasia, but if you're a Windows user, I would recommend Camtasia. If you're a Mac user, I would recommend ScreenFlow. I've been using ScreenFlow now for about a year. I'm using ScreenFlow on this video right now along with a Blue Yeti. And ScreenFlow is about $99. I think Camtasia is a little bit cheaper. Camtasia allows you to do the picture in the picture. These video editing softwares are so easy to use. You're able to cut, put things together, upload directly to YouTube or Vimeo accounts. It's just amazing. Then obviously what I would recommend next is to get some tutorials on the software. If you're a Mac user, you can go out and get some ScreenFlow tutorials that's in app form for as little as $12. That's going to be very detailed and very easy to learn through the whole process. It literally took me maybe an hour and a half to just listen to the tutorials. I was up and running about an hour later making videos. That's how easy this software is to use. There's several tutorials out there also for Camtasia, for Windows side, that you're able to pick up for under $20 to kind of just get you familiar with the software and the capabilities of what you can and can't do with it. So you can easily knock out these videos quickly. So what I'd like to do is take you back over to my computer, and I want to show you how I kind of put a video together, kind of the concepts of it, and how I move through the whole process to make it very easy. A lot of people want to make it very, very, very complicated. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make a video. Once you know the software, obviously anything's going to take a little bit of time to get comfortable with it, but we'll just go through it one more time. You're going to want to get a Blue Yeti. You're going to want to get some software, some recording software. You're going to want to get a tutorial so you can kind of familiarize yourself with it. And then it's obviously time to start recording your screen. And that's what we're going to go over to right now. All right, we're back over at my screen right now, and I'm just going to briefly show you exactly how I would get all of this done very, very, very quickly and very easy. I randomly pulled up a site. I just kind of picked out a city and just picked out a niche, which was fencing. And if this was a client and I was trying to reach out to them and get their attention, this is exactly how I would do. So the video would start as first is I want to set up my whole video. So I'm moving from tab to tab. So I want to have the website obviously up, and that's what we want to start on. Then I want to start out with next with Open Site Explorer, Ahrefs, a little bit of SEMrush, and then I want to do some authority and qualifying why I meant to do this. So pretty much what I'm going to do is just have their website up. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. We're going to find out whether this website is mobile optimized or not. We're going to talk about it. And from there, we're going to move over to find out what the website looks like. We're going to talk about this a little bit very briefly. Then obviously we're going to move over to Ahrefs. We're going to let them know how many links they have coming into the site, what we think the link profiles are. Obviously, they're a little high on this Mountain States fence. We're going to talk about that a little bit. I also like to go into the new links and just kind of show them a map or a calendar of things coming inside and out. And so I'm going to show them, blue is links coming in, red is links going out. And, the health of the link, show them some new links that have came in recently. Obviously, they're with yellow pages. And you just look through here, just kind of explain to them what's going on. Then I bring up SEMrush, kind of show them the traffic of what's going on right now. Obviously, in 2010, they didn't have much. The best they've seen is about 135 people a month. Right now, they've dipped down tremendously, and they're only getting about 58 people show up a month. Ahrefs also is going to show some of the places that they're ranking for. We're going to talk about that in the keywords. Obviously, if we were to push this up to Fence Companies Utah, they're not probably experiencing any of this traffic here or here. We would obviously want to focus on what would happen if we did. And obviously, they'd get probably 2 or 3 more clients out of that, which is definitely going to bring them another $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month in, and we would want to bring that up as well. Then we would want to follow up with obviously some authority of why we feel that we could do this for them and why we're the person to get the job done. Just kind of nailing it home. And then I just go through and say, look, I'm number 1 in Chicago. I have the number 1 and the number 2 position for Chicago SEO expert. For New Orleans SEO, I'm number 1. And I'm also number 1 internationally for Tokyo SEO. So I would show them some of these things and include that in the video. And it makes them kind of feel warm and fuzzy. It's just kind of smoke and mirrors, just letting them know that I'm good at what I do, that I can do the same thing for them. Gets them feeling comfortable. So there's other things that you can use also to go over different methods. There's something that let me bring up really quick. It's called slides.com. And I like slides. And you can obviously right here, you can do a screenshot kind of like a PowerPoint presentation, everything right in your browser. So I would talk about keywords. I would have it drawn out a little bit. And you can move it forward. I'd say, look, you have 1,800 searches in the Chicago area. You can move that down and go over the conversions and how much money of possible new clients that they were going to get. So slides.com works inside the browser, so you can keep the flow going and talk about things if you want to and move on to the next tab. The way I look at this is I look at these tabs as my cue cards. This is what I'm going to move to next and talk about next. I'm going to talk about this next, this next, this next, and on forth. So what I like to do is when I get the video done, I'll obviously upload it and I will give them a live link to it. But also I like to go to eBay and I like to pick up some very cheap and inexpensive flash drives and load the video on this flash drive and send it over to them. Obviously, you can see that you can get plenty of these for 99 cents. I mean, you're not going to have a 1 gig video. It's going to be a whole lot less than that. So you might be able to pick these up for even 50, 75 cents for each one. It's definitely worth it. Put the video on a flash drive. And the next thing that I advise to do is very different. Obviously, you're going to want to get it notarized to make sure that they have a signed receipt that they've received it. That's very important also. So you want to get it, I guess the word I'm looking for is certified. You want to make sure that it's certified, that the person that you've sent it to gets it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the video on this, And now here's the twist to all this video marketing. Obviously, when people get in a lot of mail, why would they open it up? You want to give them a reason to open things up. When you see a pile of letters sitting there, it could get lost at the bottom of the pile. So what we want to do is we want to create something that kind of looks like this. It's called lumpy mail. Now, I can't take credit for coming up with this. I don't know quite who did, but we want to create something that's going to create a lump right in here that make the mail look unusual. This way they cannot stack mail on top of it, and this must sit on top. So they're curious about what could be inside of it. It also, nothing can be on top. They're generally going to open that piece of mail up out of curiosity because it's the first on the top of the pile. So we want to make the envelope or whatever we're sending in impossible for anything to be placed on the top of it. So it must sit on top of the pile. That's what lumpy mail is. And you go, well, what would I put inside of it? How can I do it? Let me give you some fantastic ideas right here. There's a website called 3D Mail Results, and you can go on here and you can even use this for the envelope, which is a bank bag, a message in a bottle. These trash can mailers right here are wonderful because they're very inexpensive. They're small. They can fit inside of an envelope right here. What you can basically do is just crumple up a note or the white piece of paper and say, stop throwing away money on Yellow Pages, or stop throwing away money on your other advertising, and get with search engine optimization. And you can even put the flash drive inside this. Other money here, you have pill bottles, you have Rubik's Cube, anything that is unusual that you can send that will create a lump in there. And look, foot in the door, all these are kind of cheesy, but you know what? They're effective. You can even go to your local dollar store and pick out dollar toys that look like they're going to create a lump in the mail, and that's what you're going to want to do to send them over. People open the mail up quickly. They kind of find it that you have a sense of taste, a sense of style. They look at your marketing ideas of being unique, and if you're going to go the distance for that to get their attention, they know that you're going to do that for them as well. It gets a lot of clients, and I've been able to pull more clients with this method than any other one. So we'll just go over it one more time. You want to get the flash drive, put it on there. You can either put it in a trash can, put it in a bank bag, or whatever you decide. You can even put it in a chest if you're going after a big client, to make sure they open it. They will open it, and I guarantee you that they will watch the video. And inside there, you want to put the link to it, and you also want to send a letter to them, just telling them why you're reaching out to them. You also want to put the link to the video when they're live so they can type it in their computer. Some people are very weird about putting things in their computer, so you'll want to include a live link on whatever you write them about. You'll want to include that along with making sure the mail's lumpy. And you can even, if you wanted to do a boomerang or this, you can tape the USB or the flash drive right on top of one of these things, and then basically just send it out certified to make sure that they sign it. And generally, you're going to have to do anywhere. I don't say go nuts with this. If you literally just get out one a day and you keep doing this consistently, I think you're going to pick up 2 to 3 clients a month, and they're going to be people call you back. And you're also going to want to chase what you've sent out and ask them if they've received it. You want to give them enough time or a few days that that they've signed for it and it's in their system, or you don't want to just send it, they've signed it, and you call an hour later or the next day. You at least want to give them a day, and you will be amazed at the success that you will have with this. So this is one of my most powerful client getting methods right here. And once you do this, remember, I don't want you to really discuss price in this. There's no point. You wanted to really discuss with them what they're losing out. Once you get them on the phone, you can decide what you want to sell them and what's most comfortable. You can either sell them SEO splitting, the $19 optimized page, or you can immediately go into what the monthly SEO fees are. That's totally up to you. This is Cotton Grammar, and this concludes all of our client getting methods right here. And I hope you've enjoyed everything. And right now we'll move on to search engine optimization. Hello everyone, welcome to Source Phoenix. This is Cotton Grammar. And this is an introductory video to kind of briefly go over the journey that we're going to be taking together and just kind of show you some of the things coming up so you can be prepared for it. My specialty is client SEO or client consulting with SEO. And I'm going to take you behind the curtains and show you how I've been able to build a $150,000 a month SEO business and place over $1 million in my bank account just this year. And some of the methods that we're going to go over, I've never revealed anywhere else before, and I'm pretty excited to share them with you. And I feel that if you really apply and work hard with all this, that you're really going to blow your SEO business up. But one of the things that we're going to obviously go over is how to get clients. And we're going to go over some of the basic methods to get clients, and we're going to go over some advanced methods. I've got something new that I'm going to share with you, which is called client stacking, which is all centered around the article that I've written and how powerful it is in SourceWave called SEO splitting, and how you're going to be able to take this method and plug it into many others and create brand new client getting methods. And I believe that they're so powerful that if you really dig in, you're going to be able to put $10,000 a month income into your bank accounts in as little time as possible if you really bust in and really try. Then obviously we're going to go over how to rank clients. What's the purpose if you get clients if you can't rank them? And I'm going to get in and show you some advanced methods that I'm using right now, which I feel can pass the new algorithms. I've read the patents that are due to come out in the next 12 to 24 months, and they really attack PBNs and are really going after link heavy things that are ranking. And what I'm going to show you are ways to rank with less PBNs using less links, but getting just as much power. And I feel that that's going to be able to pass you through the algorithm and build a strong foundation for you and your clients. It's going to last, and you smile every time that you hear that an update's coming out. So we're going to go over that as well. And one of the things that I wanted to get into briefly is the number one key that I feel to really blowing up your bank account, and that's this. And that's, you're never going to be great without lots of hard work. And that's how I got here. If you really want to know the secret, I had the same information that a lot of you have and a lot of other people have. I just wanted it worse. And you know what? The old saying is always true. The master has failed more times than the beginner has ever attempted. And I can tell you this, you're going to fail a lot. I have failed a tremendous amount of times with getting clients. I've blown up a tremendous amount of sites with testing. I've had the door slammed in my face. I've had phones hung up on me. I've had people laugh at me. You're going to have people tell you that you are crazy for trying to make your money online. You're not going to have a lot of people believe you. And you're going to have to be strong through the process, and there's nothing that's going to get you through it but lots of hard work. There's so many nights that and I still do it today. I work 7 days a week, up at 7 a.m., working till 10 p.m., 1 a.m. at night, every day, trying to build my business. And the information that I'm going to provide for you, and that's all throughout the course from everyone that's participated, is absolutely worthless to you if you don't apply it. Remember, if you put in a part-time effort, you're going to get a part-time income. Don't expect to make $100,000 a month or $50,000 a month if you really don't give it your all, and things happen gradually over time. I just didn't get to $150,000 that quickly, in my opinion. I started out at $1,000 and I built it to 14, 27, 56, and then thereon. So with that, lots of hard work. And then what I want to talk about now is we're going to go over a way that I feel that's so powerful. When you go out and get clients, what you need to have is a little bit of authority. And I'm going to show you right now how to create authority without even ranking a website. And the number one question that I get asked when I'm sitting across from a client and we're getting ready to sign the contract or we're getting ready to agree upon business is this: do you have anyone that we can call and talk to about work you've done, like a testimonial or any written recommendations? Guys, it still happens to me, and I rank number one in so many major U.S. cities, and I show them ranking after ranking. It's a reflex. It's just they're trained to ask this question, and I'm always prepared. And I'm going to show you how to prepare for it as well. One of the things that I want you to do is inside the Source Phoenix Facebook group, I want you to trade written recommendations with one another. If you want to look at my LinkedIn profile, you're more than welcome to. CottonGrammar.com. If you'll go there and check it out, you'll see the testimonial section are nothing but written LinkedIn testimonials cut out and spread across the page with a link going to my LinkedIn profile that shows that I've got over 30 plus written testimonials from business owners and CEOs. So when you get in the position and an owner asks you, well, do you have any work that we can look at? Is there anything to prove that you can do it or you're as good as you say you are or whatever? Here's how you can answer, even if you don't have a website. That's a great question. And I have client privilege confidentiality where I really can't show any client websites without their permission. But what I can do is I've got over 15 people from business owners and CEOs across the world that have recommended me on LinkedIn. If you'd like to connect with me there, you're more than welcome to look at all of them. That normally shuts up the business owner or your client faster than anything. And that calms them down and they're ready to do business. Guys, this is so powerful that I would use it as soon as you get off this video. I would go and start lining up people that you can trade written testimonials with. You can do it any way you want. You can send them your written testimony. They can copy and paste and put it on there, or you can let them write it for you. I generally do it. I send my written testimonial to you. You send yours to me. We copy paste. Everyone's happy. And I don't want to hear the naysay, well, it looks that could be fake. The bottom line is it's not fake. You're really saying that about me, or else you wouldn't have copy and pasted it, correct? So use it. It's extremely powerful. It gives you authority. It's what the very first lesson that I want to teach you right now about client getting. Create some authority about yourself. Get some written testimonials. Put on your LinkedIn page. Display that LinkedIn page in a testimonial section. Use those all over your website, whether it's whatever you're doing. Search engine optimization, client consulting, whatever you want to do or rank for, whatever you're going after, it is deadly powerful. So that's the first lesson that I wanted to share with you on the introductory video. Go out and start trading those immediately, and I'll see you in the next videos. All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to talk about client stacking. And what is client stacking? I've kind of developed the whole client getting scheme all around SEO splitting and how powerful it is to go out and sell no-cost impulse buy prices for a Facebook optimized business page, a Yelp optimized business page, not ranked, but optimized. And how when you start combining SEO splitting with different tactics, how powerful it becomes, or you switch things around and plug and play. I call that client stacking. And we're going to go through some different ways that looks like and what it consists of. So when we do that, SEO splitting plus Craigslist. Guys, it's pretty simple. You can put up a Craigslist ad that simply goes over that if you need a Facebook business page optimized, Yelp, a Google Plus page or anything, that you're the person to do it, and do it in a $19 one page or a $38 two pack. Get it out there, get your leads going. So that's one way that you can do it. Guys, you can put different ads on Craigslist as well. You can comb through, you can look for different types of people that are looking for your work. You can put up web design and hope that you can get that. Just get creative. But what I found to get the most success is when you offer that low priced item, put it on Craigslist. There are services that will post for you regularly so you don't have to, or you can post on here daily to make sure that your ad is fresh. If you're in a large metropolitan area, this is an easy and quick and free way for you to get a lot of clients quickly. And the next way is obviously use SEO splitting with YP.com. We've just went over it. When you call them up or when you email them, that's a number of different things that we're putting together. We're putting together the strategy of how to look for YP people. We're also putting together SEO splitting. We're also putting either email or cold calling. So we're stacking all of these methods together to create one solid method to go out and get the client. So SEO splitting also works with obviously YP.com. Another method is, we've never even talked about it, is Odesk. You can go on Odesk. You can create what you will do, what you won't do. You can look for people that are looking for people that are doing it. Guys, if you're getting started out, this might be a good way for you to get your feet wet. And even though it might not be a lot of high-end clients, it could turn into that. Get started somewhere, and this is a good way to do it. It also creates a great link coming back to your website. You can also get this Odesk link ranked. And the same thing goes with Freelancer. You could go on there as well. Create what your services are and what you're willing to do, and get it out there. All I'm saying is it's easy to do. Don't think you're above anything. When you're just starting out, any money will do. Create a small amount of wins and go to bigger wins and bigger wins. So remember, SEO splitting plus Freelancer equals client stacking. Another method is also, guys, as we've talked about before, is trade shows. Guys, this is where SEO splitting blows up. You're getting leads. and you're getting paid to get the leads. So you're looking at $19 for someone that's interested in a Facebook page. They're going to need it ranked. They're going to want to move forward. We already talked about that. But this is a form of client stacking also. We're also looking at guys networking. Always be doing this. You don't know how many deals I get when you're pumping gas, you're at the grocery store, you're talking to a friend or whatever. Get business cards together and offer something. Even get a business card that offers that you're doing Facebook pages, business pages for $19, or Yelp pages or Google Plus pages. Always be talking about your business. And if you're not, you're losing business. No one knows what you do unless you put it out there and tell them what you do. And the next one also is guys, action plus time plus hard work equals massive money. Guys, you can have the best information in the world. I can literally do it for you. If you're going to sit on the sidelines and you're not going to take action, if you're not going to put in the time and if you're not going to work hard, don't expect massive money. That's how I've got to where I'm at. That's how Becker's got to where he's at, and every other person in search engine optimization. They've wanted it worse than anyone else, and maybe they didn't sit around for the answers. They've went out and found the answers or created the own answers themselves. I've never waited around for anyone to tell me how to go out and get clients. I've created my own ways. So guys, please put all of this into action. Put a lot of time into it and a lot of hard work. And we've pretty much kind of teed the ball up for you to make a lot of money. So obviously there are many more different ways and methods that you can put together that equals client stacking. Be creative and think of your own ways. You know, cold calling, emailing, putting that together with SEO splitting, or even Craigslist and cold calling. That's a form of client stacking. Start stacking different things together, get creative. And when you look at a social media site, break it down and look at different ways that you can make money off of it. Just sit back and study it for a little bit. You know, if a new social media platform comes up, one of the very first things that I do is I sit and I study and I look at it and I try to look at, man, how can I make money off this? What's in here that I can reach clients that would attract them to me? And if I did this and if I stacked this with that and added this with that, I know that I'm going to get their attention and I can get some possible leads and more money. That's how I test everything, and that's how I do everything. Open up your eyes, look at everything different. There's no question in my mind that you're going to be fantastic at client getting. This is Cotton Grammar, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Hey guys, welcome back, and we're going to get into some more advanced stuff. I want to warn you that if you don't understand search engine optimization, this really isn't a beginner's video. You need to have a really good grasp on SEO. You need to know how to rank with PBNs, with the personal blog network first, before you maybe get a good grasp at this. So this is for advanced, and I'm going to try to make it as simple for beginners to follow as well. What I want you guys to think about is this. As we explained in the other video, when you're using PBNs, the full trust flow and the full DA doesn't transfer over. So what I want to do is when I have a brand new client site right here, is I want to build a trust fortress around it. So with that, I'm going to pull the trust from the fortress that I'm going to build around it and send it back here before I ever send one PBN. So that would look a lot like this. First, I would want to maybe build a Facebook page, because let's face it, a Facebook has a DA of 100. And that also has a very high trust flow also. We won't even get into it, but it's natural. So maybe the next one that we would build would maybe be a Twitter. So let's just look at that and let's just put in Twitter. Then the next one that we might want to build might be Pinterest. So what we're going to do is continue to keep this up. And, you know, maybe it's LinkedIn. You know, maybe, well, if I could ever spell LinkedIn right. So maybe it's LinkedIn. Once again, Twitter has a DA of 100. Has a DA of 100 coming back into it, a domain authority of 100 coming back into it. And we also look at Pinterest, it's also in the 90s. Let's just say it's DA 94 that's coming back into your site. So look, 100, 94. LinkedIn we know is in the 90s. Let's just say it's 93. I really haven't checked. So let's put a DA93. And all of these sites are coming in here. Let's just say that for the next one, that we want to build a Yelp to make sure that that's there also, which is probably a DA95. So we look at all these, and these are trusted things that are coming around the site first. And that's the problem that many people do before they rank. They don't go around and look to make sure that they have all the essentials that everything is going to need. Now, here's where it's going to get a little bit fun. And Rebel Mouse. And another one. It's just like, do you have Pearl Trees? And you go, well, what is Pearl Trees? And what is this? I want to talk a little about content curation. And I believe that Rebel Mouse is like a DA, let's just say it's a DA90, DA87. I know that Pearl Trees is like a DA87. So let's just do a DA87. So I want you to look at all this that's coming into this site right now, this like client site. And one thing that I want to bring to your attention is this, which is content curation sites. So I'm just going to basically explain what a content curation site is. And it's basically a site that just brings in other content from other places and places the link on the main page. And such like Pearl Trees. Pearl Trees, as you can see, it has a DA78, which is better than any PBN that you're going to be able to get. It has a very high trust flow, even though it has a PA of 1. So what I've went is I've went and I've installed this right here, and I've basically got, as you can see, how to do SEO splitting the source wave article. I've went and put another website. I've got one of my other websites. I've got another page on my website, all right here. So look, all of these links are sitting on this page right here. So that's all this juice, all this DA is coming back to that website. So what I want to do is, let's go back over here. What I want to do with this Pearl Trees site right here that I just showed you, that has a DA87, is I want to do this. What I want to do is now hit that with my PBN. Now look what this does. Now let's just say that this PBN, that I'm going to come here. It has a DA, let's just say 34 and a PA 28, and I hit it right here on this Pearl Trees. What it's going to do is it's going to bump this PA up into 18 or 20 because of the DA right here. The power is going to flow. And what this is going to do with this Pearl Tree site is, I want you to pay attention to this. It's going to power up and send juice back to Resilient Solution, Cotton Grammar, the podcast article, to SourceWave, to cottongrammar.com, and to all of these. So I'm powering up all of these websites at once. So that's what happens when you do this. So what I want you to do is think about this. The PBNs are better spent when you go through and hit PBN here. And when you take this and when you do the same thing, hit that with a PBN. And do you want to take Pinterest? Hey, hit that with a PBN. Go over here to Rebel Mouse, and Rebel Mouse is much the same way as Pearl Trees. We want to hit that with a PBN. Yelp, same way. We want to hit that with a PBN. And also over here, we're going to take the LinkedIn. We want to hit that with a PBN. So if I only had, let's stop and think about it. If I had, well, how many's up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I only had 7 PBNs to my name, this is how I have really ramped up the power to my website right now with just 7 PBNs. Because what I'm doing is I'm pulling the trust and I'm pulling the power from all of these powerful sites right here. From Facebook, from Twitter, from Pinterest, from Rebel Mouse, from Yelp, from LinkedIn, from Pearl Trees. All of these are pulling the DA and the trust in the site. Not all of it, but it's going to give it far more than if I was just to throw this particular PBN at it. Let's say that this PBN has a trust flow of 15. All that I'm ever going to do is I'm going to max out. I can never get the trust flow over 15. But obviously, the trust on these sites are far greater than my PBN. So what you do is you create a whirlwind coming back into your site. Now, what I've also done is when I buy a PBN, I also add the same thing to my PBNs. So what my advice is when we're talking about doing this, which is called trust pulling, you literally want to put anywhere from 30 to about 40 of these sites coming back in, and make sure that they're all coming in to build that trust fortress foundation. Then hit them in the back with a tier 2 with your PBN. So what that's going to do is power these up. Once you've done that, you are now okay to come back with a PBN and power it up even further. So what you're doing is you're doing something that looks absolutely natural in Google's eyes. Someone that has a very important site wants to go out and build these social profiles. They want to go out. They want to create their Facebook, their Twitters. You know, they want to go out. They want to create a Google Plus. They definitely want to go out and then create all these other sites. You know, maybe it's I'm just trying to pull one off of my head. Don't know. I mean, I'm just drawing a blank right now. Let's just say that it's about me. About me. You know, that's also a DA90. So when you're doing this, and if I was to hit this once again, take that and hit it with a PBN. What that's going to do is that's going to power it up. So when you can come in and when you can add more than one link to it, you're going to power up everything. Oh, how silly am I? There's YouTube. There's YouTube. Then we come back to the site. You can hit it up with Vimeo. A Vimeo profile. Then you can come back and then you can do Daily Motion. Now my mind's starting to work. And think about this. Your website is listed on all of these right here. Now tell me that this doesn't look natural coming back to Google. And if you go out and you build all of these first, hit them in the back with a PBN with a tier 2, just one, you're creating less links, which is what the algorithm is about over the next 12 months. Google is going to be attacking too many links, too many PBN links. So what we're doing is we're powering up trusted and powerful sites in front of us. So this is what trust pulling is all about. Set up your foundation of basically coming in and setting up anywhere between 30 and 40 of these sites surrounding it, having it slowly drip over. I'm going to say that you could probably let 10 a day go. So over the course of 7 days, you could literally build out about 40 of these profiles that have trust and everything coming back in. And remember, I don't want anyone to sit here and say, yeah, but it works. Trust me on this. I've tested it too many times and it works. So I want you to take this theory one more time right now. And I'll even go to a Rebel mouse and I'll even show you. So when we go to my Rebel mouse, what it's going to do is remember, it's generating content in and it's bringing in content curation over through a number of different sites, whether it be my Facebook site, Twitter, everything else. I posted this on Facebook and it pulled it in. So as you can see, it's a newspaper of everything that I'm doing on Facebook. So all of these links are coming back in. So if I'm hitting my PBN with my Rebel mouse, which is a DA82, it's also powering up my sites here when I hit them back in there with PBNs. So think about that. You're just powering up this. It goes back to my Facebook page. It's powering up my Facebook page. And if we go back to my Facebook page, cottongrammar.com is on my Facebook page. So it's all powering everything up together. I hope some light bulbs are going off right now. I hope you're kind of getting it and just understanding how powerful it is to do search engine optimization this way. It creates far less links. You're going to get much more power and much more trust, much more domain authority. Doing search engine optimization this way and using less PBNs to directly hit your money site than ever before, and it looks natural. So I will conclude this lesson of trust pulling, and hopefully this has been beneficial to you, and you will be able to rank websites a little bit easier and a little bit smarter and able to pass the future algorithms that do come out. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Cotton Grammar. We're going to talk about something that's made real complicated, but it's actually very simple. I'm going to make this video for beginners. If you're a veteran and you already know how to do this, this might not be very beneficial to you, but everyone always has a lot of questions is, how do you rank in the Google 7-pack? How do you get it set up? How do you get these pins on here? What's the easiest way to do it? And all these other questions. So I'm going to dumb it down as easy as I can. Remember, in search engine optimization, everyone makes it difficult. If you're one of these people that just don't want to take action, they're scared to make mistakes, you're never going to be successful. Guys, if you make a mistake, you can go back and you can change it, or you just create another one. It's okay. So let's move forward, and we're going to talk about how to get your business in the Google 7-pack. And let's move forward. The first thing that we obviously need to do is to get started. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to google.com/business. And you're going to just enter your business name in there and find out if Google has a listing for you already. If not, you're going to create it. Don't worry. I'm going to go in over the shoulder right after explaining all this and show you how to do it right directly from my screen. We're just kind of going through a brief little overview of everything that we're going to need to get done. So that's the very first thing that we need to do. Secondly, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get the address verified. And as you can see on the screen right here, generally what Google's doing right now is they're verifying everything via mail, which means you're going to have to give them a valid address. And you don't want to give them a fake email address. And I'm going to show you some tricks that I've been able to use to get them changed over. What you do is you put your home address down, you have them send the verification postcard to your address, you enter in the verification code, you wait about a week, then I found that you can go in and you can change it to whatever address you want and you're already verified. So that's a good way of how to do it if you're trying to get an address that isn't the address or you don't actually have it, like a fake address. I don't advise you to do that. I try to keep addresses as accurate as you can, but that's just what you can do. The next is we're going to create citations. In other words, we're going to have the more citations that you have for your business website, the better you're going to rank and the better things are going to be. And a lot of people go to something like Yext, it's $500. They create 50 citations. You can go to Bright Local, or you can build these manually yourselves. And what you're going to want to do is just build as many as you can. Now, normal business owners who are lazy probably have the Yelp 50-pack. Literally, to start ranking, I've had a tremendous amount of success with about 120 citations coming into the website. And the next trick that you have to worry about is making sure that, one, all addresses must match on every citation. That gives you the most power, and that moves you up the pins the quickest. In other words, everything needs to match your Google Plus page. So from your Google Plus page, if you're going to use Avenue, AVE, that's what you need to say on every one of them. You can't put AVE period. It just won't work. And it's not going to be as effective. Everything literally has to be very anally exact on every citation that you do. So if you're going to spell out street, you need to spell out street on all of them. If you're just saying ST, it needs to be ST on all, ST period, all of them. I'm just really trying to stress this point home. This is one of the most important parts about getting in the local 7-pack. And also, I just want to bring this up. The local 7-pack also has a lot to do with competition. If you're going to get in the attorney space, dentists and all of that, there's tons of people in there. It's competition. It's no different than search engine optimization. If you're going to get into a lesser niche to where people do not have as many citations, it'll be a lot easier to rank in there. But when you're getting into local high competitive niches, just beware. You're going to have a lot more citations. You're going to have the citations powered up. We're going to go over how to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to my computer right now. We're going to do things over the shoulder, and I'm going to show you how to get it done. Don't overthink it. So let's head on over there right now. All right, we're back over at my computer right now. And obviously, we kind of briefly went through everything with the slides that we went through. So now we're going to do over my shoulder, and I'm going to kind of show you. We're even going to verify something live just to kind of show you how that works also. So the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously go to google.com/business, and you're going to want to get logged in. And then the next thing it's going to do once you get logged in, it's going to have a map show up here. So you would search by business. So I'm just going to use the Pink Dogs Love Becker. How's that? And that's going to be LLC. And that's going to be the name of my business. So I would search for it, and obviously it's not going to find anything. So it's going to say, we don't find it. Is this it? And it's going to say, no, none. Add your own business. So what we're going to do is we would click add your own business, and you're going to enter in your business name, enter in the exact address that you want this postcard coming to. Remember, don't try to game the system right now. Be very accurate with everything. You're going to enter in everything directly right here. Then you're going to hit continue. Once you hit continue, it's going to take you to further fill out your Google Plus page and to get it filled out. Then you're going to ask to get verified. Go ahead and click on that. You're going to wait anywhere from 10 to 12 days. And what's going to happen is you're going to have something that's going to come in, and you're going to look like this once it gets set up. The business info is going to look like this. And we're using one of my sites, Resilient Solution, and it's going to give you your map pin, and you're going to go through and enter in this as thoroughly as you can. Your business hours, you want to put down your categories, you want a little brief description in here, then you're going to be done editing. Now, once the postcard comes back in, we're going to look and we're going to get it verified. And the postcard is going to give you this, and we're just going to enter it in. I don't even care that you guys are seeing this live because it really doesn't matter, because you can't use this number again. So we're going to enter this in, and then we're going to hit submit, and it's going to say it's going to verify my listing, and it's going to verify it. So right now, congratulations. Check out your Google My Business dashboard to customize your business. And this is another website that's right here. So you can get started right here and just keep going. Now, there's two ways that you can get going right now, is that you need to build citations. You've got your Google Plus page. So what you can either do is you can go to a website that does this locally, that kind of helps you with it, that builds these out for you. And you want to go to Bright Local. That's another one that you can go to and pick up a package here. They can help you out with that, building these citations. Like I said before, what is a citation? It is Yelp. It is MapQuest. And we're going to go over all those. You need to build those. And those need to be very accurate, as I said before. Whatever your Google Plus address says, it must be identical to that. You can also go and use MozLocal. And you can upload everything to MozLocal and get that done. That's about $50. There is also Yext. You can use Yext and get 50 citations. And Yext is the most popular one of them all. It's $500 per year, and they give you 50 citations, and it gets you started. Generally, all law firms have this. A lot of dentists, a lot of formal businesses use Yext to get their citations. Or you can go the hardcore route, man. You can go straight to Fiverr, and you can look. There's people here willing to do 15 citations for you. You're just going to have to search out. Get like found. I will create 40 Australian local citations, 30 map citations. So you get those for $5. What they generally do is they create those accounts for you. They create an email, a password. You give them the address. You give them all the information, and they do it for you for $5. Is it risky? You damn straight it is. I don't trust these guys getting it done right. But if you're tight on money, and if you want to test it out on the $5 to get it done, you're more than welcome to do that. Or the best way, you can do it manually. You can create all these accounts for yourself. You can hire a VA. You can train them to build these sites out. It doesn't matter. But you can just do a simple Google search, and I did, for list of local citations and something localvisibilitysystem.com. And right here is a list of all of the citations. And what I'll try to do is once I get done with this video, I'll leave a list of all this where you can download a PDF and have a list of all of the citation sources that you can build out to kind of give more power to your listing in your 7-pack to move up. Remember, it's all about an arms race at this point. The most citations is helpful, but it's also the most powerful citations. You're also going to need some comments. That helps. It helps if there's DA, PA, trust flow coming into all this stuff. That helps. But here's a good list. And you can see right here that it's an alphabetical order. I'm going to say that this is probably a list of about 200 or 300 citations. And if you build these out, obviously you have a better chance. You also want to get the data aggregators. These are very important to put in, which is Express Update, Factual, Local Easy, and things like that. Also, industry specific, that's also helpful. If you're with a doctor, a dentist, lawn care, whatever else, these are important to have also. The more of these sites that you have pointing back to your site, the more you move up the local 7-pack. Now, I will tell you that with some of these, it's worked in the past, and I'm not going to tell you what works now. I'll let you risk this at your own, but GSA can be used on some of these if you want to be so bold to test it. And I'm not going to go into that, but just that's it. Don't overthink it. Just keep building these citations out. And the same way that I taught you with trust pulling, if you're worried about it, why don't you hit some of these bigger ones like Better Business Bureau with a couple PBNs in the back of it and just build up the page authority on it, or Yelp, or All Pages. It can't hurt. Or your Angie's List. Throw a couple PBNs in the back of it, juice it up a little bit. And that also helps you move up the 7-pack. Once again, I want to make this very clear. Once you get into attorneys, like let's just go here and do Chicago lawyers. And this is a real hard 7-pack to get in. This is one of the largest cities, the third largest city in the United States. To get in this 7-pack, you're really going to have to dig in, and you're going to have a lot of citations. Bright Local kind of helps out with that. It shows how many people, how many citations you're going up against. And so these guys right here would be rough to get into. Now, if you're going to be into a more of a local area, let's just say that Carbondale, Illinois, to where I went to school. As you can see, it's going to be a lot easier to get into here, but look, everyone has their 7-pack here. But a town of only 30,000 is obviously going to be a tremendous amount easier to get into than something like Chicago. Just remember that. It's no different than ranking anything else. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and this is how you get your business or your SEO site in the Google Local 7-pack. This is Cotton Grammar, and I'll talk to you soon.
Hey guys, Alex Miller here from PosiRank, and I'm going to show you what you should be ordering if you've got a client site that you need to promote using PosiRank. So there's going to be 2 budget levels, just like with the affiliate site video previously, $500 per month and $1,000 per month budget. So the first one, for client sites, this is what you're going to want to do if you fit into that $500 per month link building budget. For the first month, you're going to spend 508 credits and order the following: one of our 35 local business listing submissions products. So that means that we submit to 35 local business directories, and we do a cross-check as well, meaning that if a client is already on a particular directory, then we won't do a double post, which can obviously really mess things up. So that's going to run you up to 75 credits. Then you're also going to want to order 12 of our high PR niche blog posts, PR4 Plus. Those are under the Grey Power section of our order services page. And I would split those between 3 pages, obviously 4 links to each of them, so that it's nice and even. And as well, I would recommend ordering a professional press release, an express professional press release, which is going to run you up 157 credits, and you can link to 3 different pages. I would link to, obviously, to your most important pages, the pages that you really want to rank for. Now, just forgot to say that on these high PR niche blog posts here, the 12 different links that you're going to be ordering, you're going to want to use a different anchor text for each of these links so that you can maximize your search engine rankings and minimize possibilities of getting into any penalties. With a professional press release, just use brand and conservative anchor text. That's the smartest way forward there. For the second month and onwards, it's going to cost you roughly 500 credits, of course, and I would recommend ordering 5 of our entry-level guest posts on key industry sites, domain authority 10+. I explained this in the video previously, but just to give you the quick 30 seconds, we have a very large team of workers who are doing nothing but manual blog outreach in order to get your content and links onto real sites owned by real webmasters. And these are very, very powerful links. They beat blog networks because they're real sites. They get real stats and real shares and all the rest of it. And the links stay for a very, very long time. So you can order 5 of those, which will run you up to 485 credits, as they're $97 each. Or you can go for our slightly higher level, so getting onto domain authority 20+ domains, and you can order 3 of those, which will run you up to 441 credits. For the second month, you can do this however you want. You could just order these every single month, or you could do the second month with the DA10+, then the third month with the DA20+, go back to the DA10+ for the 5th month, however you want to do it. But I would choose 1 of these each month. Now, for those of you who have a larger budget with your clients and have $1,000 per month, this is what I would do. First month, you're going to be spending just on over 1,018 credits. You're going to want to order that 35 local business listing submissions to get your local citations in there. 15, a few more of the high PR niche blog posts, and with the $500 per month, and target 3 pages, different anchor text for each link, 5 links to each page. Then a professional press release. Again, you can target 3 pages from that press release, which is cool, getting lots of natural links. And yes, they're no follow, but they still are powerful. I've ranked tons of sites just off no follow links, but that's completely don't want to go off on a tangent there. No follow are powerful despite what Matt Cutts might say to you. And then, because you've got a little bit more of a budget level here, you can order our guest post, the domain authority 20+ guest post. That's going to run you up to 441 credits, which will bring you to 1018 for that first month. I would target personally 3 pages, 1 guest post to each, but you could, for example, do 2 to the home page and 1 to another internal page that you want to rank. Then in the second month and onwards, approximately 1,000 credits. It's going to cost you. I would go for 3 of our domain authority 20+ guest posts, but with boosting. So there's going to be an option when you go to order a guest post to, it's a one-click upsell, very slick. So you just click, yep, I'll take the upsell. And for $197, you can boost this guest post as soon as it gets posted, and you get the report back. So you don't have to do anything. As soon as the report comes back into your account, we're going to boost that guest post. And that is seriously powerful. It takes your link from being a certain level to 2 or 3 times more powerful. So it's very, very, very much recommended. And I've been doing a whole load of geeky tracking on this and boosting with our high PR squared product, which is exactly what you'll be doing if you go for this option, is extremely powerful. You can also alternate each month with the following, or just go for this each month, and that's 10 of our domain authority 10+ guest posts, which would run you up to 997 credits. And you are going to want to split those between 3 pages, building 3 to 4 links per page. So that's what I would recommend for promoting your client sites for both $500 per month budget and $1,000 per month budget. If you have any questions at all, please submit a support ticket. We're fast with the turnaround, and we can answer any of your questions. Okay, thanks very much for watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you guys promoting your client sites and getting incredible rankings.